After 2 years of bloody war between the Union and the Confederacy tainting America's soil, Abraham Lincoln would make a daring declaration as Commander-in-Chief of the Union military. On January 1st of 1863, Lincoln declared that all persons held as slaves in the states of rebellion are now, and forever will be, free. However, this declaration, known as the Emancipation Proclamation, did not outlaw slavery. It merely freed those in rebelling states, which did not include the 4 slave states not in rebellion: Maryland, Kentucky, Delaware, and Missouri. Also, in some locations already occupied by the Union soldiers, such as Tennessee and Lower Louisiana, were not included. The counties of Virginia, which would later become West Virginia, were also not included. These locations would end their slavery with the ratification of the 13th Amendment in 1865, the end of the Civil War. While originally Lincoln's only goal in the war was to preserve the Union, this declaration made the end of slavery a dedicated goal of the war, and it commanded all Union soldiers to ensure the preservation of the newfound freedmen's rights. Before the proclamation, all slaves escaping their masters were to either be returned or held in encampments under the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850. Nevertheless, in September 1862, Lincoln warned all states in rebellion that if they did not return to the Union by January 1st of 1863, then their slaves would be given free status. By 1863, not a single state restored its status, leading to the Emancipation Proclamation having a much larger impact than originally intended. The emancipation of slaves outraged the white Southern population and essentially caused the war to be seen as a war over race. The Emancipation Proclamation also helped Lincoln ensure that the French and British would not intervene to help the Confederacy, as both had already abolished the practice of slavery. This move also allowed African Americans into the Army, the Union Army, in much higher quantities, a privilege that the Southern Confederacy did not have. Over 170,000 black soldiers would go to war from the Union by the end of the war, and 40,000 would be killed in action. In the end, the Emancipation Proclamation was not the end entirely for slavery, but it most certainly led to it. The emancipation of the Southern slaves allowed the Union to persevere through the bloody Civil War and eventually led to the 13th Amendment at the Union's victory of the war, ending slavery in the United States for good.